Big changes are coming to Canada's immigration system in 2026: fewer study permits, new PR pathways, and a total shift in who gets approved. Here's what you need to know before it's too late. Hey everyone, welcome to Canada Visa, your trusted channel for the latest updates, tips, and insider insights on studying, working, and settling in Canada. If you're an international student or a temporary resident planning your future here, this video is for you. Canada's 2026 immigration plan has just been revealed, and it brings some major changes that could shape your next steps. From new rules for study permits and temporary visas to fresh pathways for permanent residency, this update affects thousands of people around the world. Stick with me till the end, because I'll break down what's changing, why it matters, and how you can make the most of these new opportunities in Canada's evolving immigration system. Let's dive straight in. Canada has officially announced that for 2026, the country will welcome around 380,000 new permanent residents. Now, that number might surprise you because in previous years, Canada was increasing its targets year after year. This time, though, the government is taking a different approach. They're choosing stability. The focus isn't on bringing in more people, but on ensuring that newcomers have the right support, housing, and opportunities to succeed once they arrive. So what does that mean? It means Canada wants to manage immigration growth more responsibly. Instead of simply increasing the numbers, the government is prioritizing integration, making sure that new residents can actually find homes, jobs, and community connections. Now, let's talk about the biggest change that everyone's talking about: temporary residents, including international students and foreign workers. For years, Canada has seen a massive rise in the number of temporary residents. But starting in 2026, the government plans to scale that number back. This doesn't mean Canada is closing its doors. It means they're trying to fix an imbalance. There's been growing concern about the pressure on housing, infrastructure, and services in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver. By managing the intake more carefully, the government hopes to ensure that everyone, both Canadians and newcomers, has better access to housing and essential services. For international students, this could mean tighter visa approvals and stricter rules about study permits. The government wants to make sure that students coming to Canada have genuine academic intentions and can support themselves financially during their stay. You might also see more accountability placed on colleges and universities to ensure the quality of education and the post-graduation support they provide. But there's also some good news. If you're already in Canada as a student or a temporary worker, your chances of transitioning to permanent residency might actually increase. The 2026 plan places special emphasis on giving pathways to people who are already contributing to the Canadian economy. That includes those with Canadian work experience, graduates of Canadian institutions, and individuals who have built strong community ties. In short, Canada wants to prioritize people who have already proven they can adapt and contribute to the country. So, if you're studying or working in Canada right now, you might have an advantage in the coming years. Another interesting part of the 2026 plan is the focus on Francophone immigration. That means French-speaking immigrants outside of Quebec. The government wants to increase the percentage of Francophone immigrants to about 9% of total admissions in 2026 and up to 12% by 2029. This is great news for French-speaking students or professionals because it opens up additional opportunities and may make it easier to get selected for permanent residency if you're willing to live outside the major English-speaking cities. Now, let's talk about the economic immigration programs, which include express entry and provincial nominee programs, commonly known as PNPs. These programs will continue to dominate Canada's immigration landscape. In fact, about two-thirds of all new permanent residents in 2026 will come through these economic programs. The government plans to use these pathways to attract workers in high-demand fields like healthcare, construction, technology, and skilled trades. Expect to see more targeted draws under express entry that focus on specific occupations, for example, healthcare professionals, tech workers, and people with skilled trade experience. If you're an international student studying in one of these fields, that's a big opportunity. Choosing a program that aligns with Canada's labor market needs could significantly increase your chances of securing permanent residency later. There's also a shift toward helping people who are already in Canada move from temporary to permanent status. About 33,000 temporary residents are expected to transition to PR through new programs between 2026 and 2027. These initiatives are designed to reward people who've already put down roots, rather than constantly bringing in new short-term residents. From a policy standpoint, this change makes a lot of sense. It helps Canada retain skilled, experienced workers and reduces the stress on temporary visa systems. But it also means that if you're applying from outside Canada, the competition might be a bit tougher, so planning early and building a strong profile will be crucial. Now, let's zoom out for a moment. What's really happening here is a shift in priorities. Canada isn't turning away from immigration, it's fine-tuning the system to make it more sustainable. The country still needs skilled newcomers to fill labor gaps, but the government wants to make sure growth doesn't outpace infrastructure. For students and temporary residents, this is a wake-up call to plan smart. Focus on education programs that are in demand. Gain Canadian work experience. Build your network. And if you're already in the country, keep an eye on new PR programs because the next 2 years could open doors that weren't available before. So, what should you do next? If you're outside Canada, start by researching which provinces or regions need your skills the most. Consider applying to smaller provinces with more opportunities and less competition. If you're already studying or working in Canada, stay informed about policy changes and be ready to apply as soon as new transition programs open up. Before we wrap up, here's the key takeaway. Canada is not closing its doors. It's simply trying to balance opportunity with sustainability. The demand for skilled and educated newcomers remains high, and if you plan carefully, the 2026 plan could actually work in your favor. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe to Global Pathways, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates on studying, working, or settling abroad. Thanks for watching. If you're serious about studying or working in Canada, staying updated on these 2026 immigration changes is a must. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Canada Visa Network, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest immigration news and tips. Drop your questions or experiences in the comments. I love hearing from you and helping you navigate your path to Canada. Remember, your Canadian journey starts with the right information, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. See you in the next video.